This work is called With Wind, by artist Lee Ufan, a master of Korean contemporary art. By nature, wind is invisible to the eye. We can feel the presence of the wind indirectly through fluttering reeds, spinning pinwheels, and flying dandelion seeds. This work is a Japanese national treasure, a folding screen of the God of the Wind. It was influenced by Dunhuang murals. The wind god on the right holds up a large silk bag-like air sac with both hands. It allows us to feel the wind indirectly through a medium called air pockets. In this way, mankind used to indirectly express wind, an intangible being. However, artist Lee Ufan expressed the wind directly. In human history, it is rare to find an artist who directly expresses wind in his work like Lee Ufan. Lee Ufan's wind originates from point and lines, and from wind onwards. The stylistic flow develops urgently through correspondence, dialogue, and response. For an artist, it is extremely difficult and rare to achieve such dynamic and diverse stylistic and artistic development in one lifetime. Lee Ufan's winds are divided into about 10 different forms. The works on the left are the wind rotating around the corners of the four sides. It mainly appeared after the 1990s and differs from the central work in its wide sense of space, simple composition, and weakened form. After drawing the outline of a square, the artist inserts short black strokes from 1 to 4 strokes inside it. It seems to represent the eye of the wind or the seed of the wind. Although it is more dynamic than the central work, it feels complex and stuffy. These works express the wind diagonally. The work on the right was produced in the same year of 1988, and can be compared in terms of strong contrast of black and white, dynamic direction, and unstable composition. These works express the wind rotating around the hall or blank space in the center of the canvas. It is compared to the work on the right in terms of space, density, sense of movement, direction, and stability. These works are in a format where the wind is concentrated in the center of the screen. Density decreases toward the outskirts of the canvas, and it contrasts with the work on the right in terms of the short, thick, straight lines, and the hard, blunt strokes. Lee Ufan's Wind was produced from 1981 to 1993. In the 1990s, which corresponds to the end of the wind, artists break away from the existing wind format and explore new styles. The works on the left are compared to the works on the right, which have stable, typical wind shapes. Starting in 1991, the existing frame began to break down, with blank spaces appearing in various places on the canvas. The typical, stable, and lively canvas atmosphere seen on the right gradually disappeared, turning into a somewhat less dense. Furthermore, the existing complex, dynamic, and diverse form of wind has been simplified to the minimum, signaling the end of the style called wind. From this period onwards, a new style called response appears. With a typical and stable spatial composition of the entire canvas layout, blank space in between, long soft and elegant brush lines, and a typical wind format that inherited the form of the early east wind, the 100-sized masterpiece fully demonstrates the capabilities and skills of the artist who was in his early 50s. The work is in excellent condition.